put thee here, did they not? Dost thou the gods serve, or merely that role affect? Yes. Yes, of course. How wouldst one such as thee do service to the gods? I have intimate knowledge of thy kind. I know thy want. The dark soul, is it not? Why else wouldst one deign to visit this dung heap? Give rest to thy falsity. I would be an ally to thee. If it is the dark soul thou desirest, then seek Filianor's church at the base of the cliff. There wilt thou the sleeping princess waken. Her slumber is a deceit, a lid covering an overgrown privy, a prop to keep thee from the dark soul of thine desire. Worry not, I am a true friend to thee. If thou art yet human, the urge will soon begin to swell, to curse the gods and bring ruin upon this accursed heap of dung.
Many of us are by the fire, forsaken. I speak of thine kind and mine. Behold this city. We are kindred, belike two eyes which gaze upon the other. Fear not the dark, my friend, and let the feast begin. One was a wayfaring knight on an endless, forbidden search. Only the abyss granted closure, if not reunion with his beloved. Fear not the dark, my friend, and let the feast begin. Many of us are by the fire. I speak of thine kind. Behold, fear not, and let the
That's why we don't attack near edges. mean, I do come from the dumb age.
Oh. Well, fancy meeting you here.
A true blessing that we should seek the same place and find ourselves standing here together. I've got the last of my brew. Let's have our own little toast with it. To my search, and to your duty, and to the joy that lies before us. All right then. Bottoms up.
So the irony that they're the ones who, or at least parents used to be the ones to extol the evils of the internet, and now they're the ones falling prey to it.
Now, I'm off in search of the purging monument. Once I find it, everything will come back to me. Who I was, what I lived for, what my name was, and what terrible grudges I held. I don't know. I just have this feeling that that's the kind of man I was. Oh, don't hold it against me. I only think I was.
Oh, I'm doing Company of Champions because I want to get some Awe Stones. Means enemies have 30% more HP and deal 30% more damage. Ah. Your mom hasn't spent much time on the interwebs, has she? Rude is the norm. It is to be expected. If you're not hurt, you're being creepy. Just the way things go. Alright, that thing's back. Alright, if it didn't change the item spawn, it should be back here. Is it down? No, it wouldn't be. But they are still both brewed. There it is. Ruined Sentinel set. Just being pedantic at that point, though. Alright, where's... There. Found that fast. Gauntlets of the company of knights who were sent to the ring city on an old king's orders. The knights sought the dark soul, but were so soundly crushed they had little choice but to swear themselves to the judicated giant. Okay, so these things are the ruined sentinels, and it seems like they got a bit retconned. They're a boss in 2 that are just kind of there in a prison level. And now apparently they were a knight order that got sent here. I don't know what's up with the ones from 2, though. 3 kind of cherry-picked the war from 2. Oh, okay. Oh, it's a penetrator spear. Okay. Okay. That's not good. Wait, is he losing health or is he not? It's actually a good question. bloody hell. That's what I'm talking about. Fucking scraping spear. Demon souls. Oh, how am I gonna get out of this one? I can lure him out into the open. Like this. I have a better chance. That helps me out. Oh, now I got the scraping spear. Yeah, there, Anthony. Reduce durability by 1 on hit. Stick weapon to earth and emit a cloud of corrosive mist. Also gives poise, but doesn't say that. What? Get Helm of Rito. It's an additional Estus flask every 3 minutes. Okay. Oh, the infamous wanderer Rito. Bitter rival of Hodir, he wanders the lands in search of the Elden Ring. This was totally added by the mod. Seeking to gain its power for his own. During winter nights, Rito will bellow into the darkness, shouting, "Oh, Elden Ring!" in a vain attempt to beckon the fabled artifact to him. Alright. Oh, that's pretty heavy then. Oh, I'm just over. I am just over. That looks nifty. It means I can kind of just chug Estus, but like, wait, I don't need to chug Estus though, I have regen. So let's lower. Yeah, I guess I just have to stick with a broken shield. And having some ox weapons would be actually, how's the 60? Oh boy. Oh, my armor's not in good shape. Where was it? There we go. That should help. Yep, full repair. Reminds me of how in Dark Souls 2 rings have durability. Not quite sure how I feel about that, because like on the one hand you can actually offset really powerful rings with low durability, so you have to be careful with how often you use them. On the other hand, that's kind of like, it's more of an inconvenience than anything. Blizzard get. Alright. This here is simultaneous. It's a double reward, I'd say. This spot is. As you come up here, which gives you both A, cover from the archers, and B, direct access to the summoning giant. You're pretty fine on that front. I guess you got it. And a triple check is fine. Where did you drop? Right down here. So you start here, you can sprint into this alcove, give you some safe haven. You move here, do this ledge, and down. Now you should be pretty safe from the archers. Yeah, and you get a crystal lizard and an item back there. It's a good path, but like, really good luck finding this on your first time through. Also, if you couldn't tell, you can sprint up ladders. It doesn't cost any stamina, and it's barely faster. Marginally faster. Yeah, you can. Anyway, without all those items sorted out and the giant dead, there's literally no reason to go along this path ever again. We have a bonfire here! Alright, repair. Yeah, that's it. True Dark Souls content right there. Where did it come from? I remember this room. Right there. Oh, that's fucking right. Like this... Oh, that's just sheer accident that this helmet gives me a lot of curse resist. I don't understand either. What head? Can you please describe to me what a head looks like? I'm unfamiliar with the concept. No, really. What head? Alright, Mr. First Spring Knight. Oh, right. Can I stun you every third hit or so? Well, now I misread that entirely. But still, what is a head? Are you... Okay, hit the tree branch there. That's not a miss. Oh, it's the Beyblade. Wait, did they Beyblade? Remember these guys spinning around like a Beyblade. Like they cast a miracle, it just gives them the white corona thing, but like around themselves, and they just spin like a fucking tabletop. I have a pretty good hand-to-hand combat skills, so they aren't that much of an issue right now. Alright. Oh yeah, supposed to drop on the chandelier to get to that second level. Hi there. Maybe that's... No, ceiling too low. I... What happened to... Okay. See, we can't be friends. Right, that. That was one way they attacked, huh? Now, I heard some heals, so maybe there's a ruin sentinel around here. I know there's a patrol, so... Fucking lock on accuracy of these projectiles. I had spells that at least have some mild homing properties. Oh, right, that's where the other one went. Let's see if he just doesn't notice me here. This is not a good spot to fight one of them. Wait a minute. Just fucking notice this. not quite yet. Oh, hi there. Get behind you. Very generous head hitbox. So not an illusory wall, but it so looks like one. Thank you. Now that way is open, so...
Speak thee the name of God, thine own God, if thou canst recall. Ah, then thou'st not forgotten. Perhaps 'tis why we may converse. I am known as Shira, servant to the Princess Filianor, matriarch of the Church. They who are ken to God's name are surely ken to the terrors of the dark. Please, I bid thee take not from the princess her peace or rest. As the fire waneth, does she lie by the dark, all for the sake of man. Thou'st a kind heart to speak to a captive such as I. It is no surprise thou rememberest our God. May I ask thee a kindness? Perhaps thou'st beheld the lone dragon that inhabited this city. Medir is his name, and the arch-dragons are his forebears. He once railed against the dark, but was by dark afflicted. Now here, returned, he remaineth, to watch over the sleeping princess, true to the old accord. And yet, I would have thee put the dragon to rest, before the dark consumeth him, and his vows are forgot. I offer my sincerest gratitude, thou who art ken to God's name. Please, take this. I have asked a thing most terrible of thee. May this token of thanks be of aid.
Alright, one of the toughest, if not the toughest boss in the game, but with some of the best soul transpositions. And the most weeb one, too. Oh, I know that's an ambush to the left. Or not? No, wait, yes. Ruined Sentinel. Not immediate ambush, that's interesting. hadn't moved it, this is where we'd fight Alva. Instead, we fight Alva to gain access to that bonfire. Ooh, what? Yeah. Okay, now can I make a jump? I don't know if I can make that jump. I don't think I can, but somehow I feel like maybe yes, maybe no. Maybe I don't know. No. No, I cannot. Oh, I see that freaking lizard. I see that lizard. And I shall claim it as my own. Whatever. Small drop. Small drop again. Say these servants of Gwyn are annoying as fuck. Oh, hey. I remember this. I don't remember it being here. I remember that side path. Oh. Oh, there's a special guy here. Rather, not every single one had a red cloak, or his is just more bright than the others. Oh, he's not stunned after 4 hits. I'd say the bosses are more memorable in 3. As well, I would like to say there are some beautiful areas in Dark Souls. There are far, far more very frustrating areas to navigate through. Like, why the fuck is there so much poison? Like, alright, some traps you can evade, cool, but you just have to wade through poison for like half of the game. Half of every game. It's like, why the fuck, man? I wonder how they fare against fire. Eh. I can't actually say if I can give an honest opinion or not, because I've honestly played through these games, especially 3, so many times that I'm just fucking fed up with all of the bullshit they put into it. That's mostly what I remember of these games at this point. I remember the beauty of Darkroot Garden, Ulasil, and the sorrow of Artorias. I remember how much fun the PvP was in Dark Souls 2. And I just remember the constant stream of bullshit for 3. Of course that misses. Yeah, that was just a nice area. It was a decent PvP map, as well as just a beautiful area that still had the foreboding that I think we come to these games, or at least come to expect from these games. Because it's like, you can't see all that far because of both the trees and the darkness. Fucking hell. Not too bad. Oh, he drives in further. Alright. Alright, one other. And there's Demon Souls. Demon Souls as the first, so I had the strongest positive impression since it was all completely new to me. And what the hell? Oh, okay, that looks like... I was trying to interpret that shape as a man, and from here, it's like maybe it's one of those fat armored angels or something. Yeah. Yeah, it's weird.
One met the dark with learning, but in the end learned his knowledge was wanting. The world began without knowledge, and without knowledge will it end. Does not this ring clear and true? Fear not the dark, my friend, and let the feast begin.
Okay, in terms of PvP, it's 2. 2 is just... Keep in mind, I've only played Demon Souls, Dark Souls, Dark Souls 2, and Dark Souls 3. I have not played Bloodborne because I do not have the console for it. And I don't know of any emulators. I haven't actually looked, so maybe we can't emulate Bloodborne at this point. Whatever, that's besides the point now. Of the 4 I've played, 2 had hands down the best PvP. Most memorable, though, overall, I think would be 1. From the lore to the areas to even the PvP, surprisingly. I just have a lot of memories of Darkroot Garden, both as a white summon and an invader, and a host just kind of sitting there waiting to get invaded. I would like to say 2 is the best game, but I do have to fully acknowledge that it had troubled development, and it really shows in the PvE side of things. Like, hitboxes are just... How am I getting cursed from? That's what I was talking about. Goddamn Beyblades. But seriously, what... Who... Either that's the Swamp Thing giving me curse, or... I don't remember the Swamp Thing giving us curse, though. So maybe... something... Oh, it might actually be the Swamp. Was not expecting that. if I were to play any of the games right now, it would be either 2 or 3, and maybe if we're talking offline, then Demon Souls, because I am feeling a little nostalgic for that. But if we include the online component, I'd still say 2. That the most balanced PvP. Which is still not balanced when you get down to it, but more so than anything a team ever did. 1, even though it was most memorable, you can't get the actual Dark Souls 1 experience anymore, because I'd say the online component is very integral to that, and at this point, all the people who are left playing Dark Souls 1 are either hackers or exploiters, you know, the people who know that you can backstab chain and you don't get to fight back at all. Yeah, I mean, you can try 1. Last time I got nostalgic for it and played it, like, years and years after release, all the people I fought just have no honor left in them and go immediately for all the backstab shit. Because in Demon Souls and Dark Souls, you know backstabs, it's actually... You can actually chain backstabs. Like, you can combo a backstab into another backstab, into another backstab, into another backstab, until your opponent dies. So PvP in that game is just who can hit who first and who can backstab who first. I kind of fixed it in 2, where basically if you try to go from the back, you throw out a little punch, and if the punch connects, it works. And they did something similar in 3, where you do that little jab, and if the jab connects, it works. Which fixed the whole chain backstab problem, but it's there in 1, and if you were there at the beginning, that wasn't too well known or well practiced. So you'd actually get some, like, fair fights that are actual, honest-to-goodness fights, where, you know, you bow before you fight, even if it's an invasion. And then you duke it out. But that community, I think, is long gone from the game. And that's part of what... I'd say that's at least half of the whole Souls experience. Not Beyblade me. Because 2 is so different from 3, I think it still has a bit of a community going on, despite it being an older game. Demon Souls, I don't think you can really play it on... Actually, you can't play Demon Souls online anymore. So, that one's just a single player, and I didn't get to... It was the first one, but I wasn't high enough level to get into the soul level meta for PvP and stuff, so I never really experienced that too much. Is I can complain a lot about 3. It is the most popular, and you can have some fun, but it just requires different mentality from 2. Okay, that's quite something to know. I think I don't remember when exactly I got Demon Souls. It wasn't at release, because I didn't know about Demon Souls till later, because it was a niche game. I don't even remember how I learned about Demon Souls, but I did, and I wanted it, because like freaking cool guy in medieval armor. I don't regret it. I like that game. There's no poison Demon Souls, by the way, so your armor is just damage reduction, which means mobility is king. So most people you find Demon Souls will be half naked or something. Freaking people eats though. I'm glad it's a slow build up, because that is instant death. Demon Souls is an interesting game. It's definitely rougher around the edges, but because it's the first one that has the most experimentation, I'd say. I definitely, of all the swamp levels though, I still think Demon Souls the Gutter was the best one, or at least the most memorable. Blight Town was memorable because it was so poorly optimized that you'd barely get 30 FPS. Like, it has the nickname FPS Town. Of course, you know the big poison dart shooters and stuff, but the Gutter, man, oh boy, the Gutter was claustrophobic, tons of death drops, and at the end was just an endless swamp, poison with slugs and things, and you didn't really see everywhere. It was cool, actually. Really could have used poison though, because a lot of enemies just try to push you off. I'm thinking I should switch to Silver Knight. I do not have much vertical attack with these claws. Like, that's as high as I can hit. Maybe the R2 is like a couple centimeters long, higher. Yeah, it gets remembered though because of the vast amount of poison. Oh boy, the Gutter. I kind of wish I could show you, but I don't remember any videos offhand that really show the Gutter in its full glory. But so you have a lot of enemies that are just, you know, hiding around corners and stuff. That's all. Just expect that from the Souls games. But it was down. You're traveling down a canyon, like a ravine, like about as wide as this doorway, and it's just makeshift scaffolding that you're going down. So it's like one little quick step off to the side, and you're just falling down the ravine in a free fall until you know, die of lack of oxygen from falling too far, or splat on something. Enemies would have spears and daggers and just a lot of narrow space, very few walls you can really rely on to keep you on board. And because it was all makeshift scaffolding in such tight quarters, that's what made it claustrophobic, because you couldn't see all that far, not because it was dark or anything, but because it was just so much stuff, so much clutter. Oh, nice. I can't say I've ever tried a Soul Level 1 playthrough. Never quite enticed me. Do you think it was awesome, though, that in 2 they actually gave you rewards for a certain run? I think it was No Death Run and No Bonfire Run are actually coded into the game, where you get special rings upon the end credits if you do those runs. It was like the Illusory Ring of the Conqueror and the Illusory Ring of... I forgot what the other name was, because I never got them, I only heard about them, but they made your right and left hand weapons, respectively, invisible, which is just badass. Gutter, there was... Right, those narrow places so you could fall off a lot. There are some big enemies that were wide enough to fill up the entire passageway with just themselves, so you couldn't really run past them. And then...
I shall partake.
Right, I should get the Silver Knight out. Old Iron King, Old Iron. Wait, Locust? Alright. That's an RNG chance to drop them from these guys. That's a first. I thought they kind of... So far, Cinders has, like, removed all the RNG drops from enemies except for upgrades and consumables. So, like, all the gear I've gotten have been guaranteed drops in some way or another. It's the first RNG weapon drop I've gotten. And then, what made the gutter real awful is that there are rats that inflict plague, and they don't have plague anymore. There's only demon souls. You need a special thing to cure plague, a special item to do it. Like how you need green purple moss for toxic. And plague did, I think it was like 4 times the damage of poison. Like if you didn't have the item, and the item was rare and expensive, by the way, to cure plague. There's a shop you could buy it from, which is why it's expensive. And if you didn't cure yourself of the plague within like 10 seconds of getting it, you were dead, because it just, you could, like if I just took that attack head on, that's about as fast as plague would eat through your health. It was really something. And as you went further down, it kind of opened up into more of a swamp like this, which kind of to navigate your way through. There were, of course, the giant slug enemy types you had, but also smaller slugs that would cling to your body. And they drain your health over time if you didn't do something to get rid of them. And I forget what. I think it might have been fire-related. Or rolling. There's a whole boss that was just an amalgamation of the smaller slugs, too. The final boss was really... Yeah, that's... Not because it was hard, it was just a very poignant boss. Oh boy, what can I drop, though? Wait, I thought I was fat walking. How to explain it? So the deal with the gutter is that the gutter is where all of the unwanted get thrown into in the world of demon souls. Oh, I see that head in the mire. And so, they're abandoned by everyone in society. Yep. Caught the plague. If you don't cure it instantly, you're gonna die. And being abandoned by society, there was one priest who took pity on everyone in the gutter, and so decided to go there and cure them, provide healing, and all that type of stuff to try and make their lives better down there. I should snipe that giant, to be honest. I shouldn't even try to melee it. I remember what it does. I don't like it. Being, maybe it's easier this time around because Cinders did reduce some of the HP bloat in enemies. I'd rather not chance it. Yeah, that's very true, Alyssa. Oh boy. that a hit? That is a hit. Oh, hi. Oh, that's right, I'm fat rolling with this. Alright, fuck it. I don't have time to... Oh boy. Okay. So, my explanation keeps getting interrupted. My variety of internal and external distractions. One priest and one priest goes down there to try and make their lives better, heal them, and whatnot, and she ends up getting excommunicated for it because that's a big no-no. You don't help exiles or the unwanted. You don't be kind for kindness' sake. No, you only do things for... No, you just don't do that. She gets excommunicated. And branded as a heretic and a demon. And she ends up taking in so much of the swamp's poison to try and help people that she, with a wish so fervent, that she herself actually turns into a real demon. But only technically speaking. She's not demonic, she doesn't have horns. She still looks very much human, and she still is entirely focused on healing people and will not harm you at all. But she is technically a demon. She does have a demon's soul. And her only ally in the whole world is her one knight, Jarl of Leland. And so, when you go there, finally get there, meet her, all they ask is for you to just please leave. Just leave us alone. Leave us to be in peace. You can't, though, because of the fog wall, which is one thing that kind of damper on the emotional side of it. One of the enemy types there, though, is actually unborn infants that she managed to resurrect from the dead. That were just tossed into the ravine. She manages to bring them back, and they just kind of claw at you in their own primitive way to get you to leave. They cause plague, though, so we don't talk about them. And you can kill the maiden. And that will be that. But the Knight Jarl of Inland tries to stop you. He stands in your way, quite literally. If you kill him and then talk to the maiden Estrella, yeah, a boss you can just talk to, she's so saddened by Garl's death that she commits suicide. And you have now technically slain the boss. I wonder if I can find it. I can do some quick assertion. Giant? Yeah. Yeah. I can't find what I'm looking for without some extra bullshit around it, so... Maybe... So I found the image I'm looking for. But it's got some extra cropping around it that's just unnecessary. Well, best I can get demon souls. Either die here or live long enough to see yourself become a villain. It was that kind of fight you really just regret killing her by the end. All she wanted to do was help. All she did was help. But you need a demon soul, and she has one. Favorite games area. I'll take a bit of thought, because I can think of a few areas. How am I going to approach that little shit? Well, big shit. I wonder, are they weaker to strike than they are other things? Okay. Alright, am I far enough away? Ah, I didn't get lunge that far. I have a hard time picking. I. If we're talking within my favorite game, I can narrow down the answer, but if we're talking favorite area of everything I've played, that would be Lost Shinjuku. And I know only one person in chat right now may recognize what game that's from. As far as favorite... I think out of my current games, maybe the Prelude of Ultra Kill. Out of entire history of games, Cyclopean Haunt. Alright, so we're talking out of just all areas I've been to, Lost Shinjuku, out of recent games, that would be the Prelude. And as far as favorite game goes, that would be Cyclopean Haunt. Now, I can try sniping that thing. I think I'll have to use the oak crossbow, because that sniper crossbow is too long to reload and fire when I have to dodge everything. We got Ngo's armor. Alright, 69.3. Well, actually, I could go for the... Yeah, I could. That's a miss on my part. Where goes the bonus range? Gee, if I say... That's probably not enough. Nope, I'd have to... Ah, that's not worth it. Alright, let's see about the body pace. Alright, we're talking Lorian shield, so... yeah, I could go with Lorian's armor, actually, because strength isn't that much of a concern right now. Or, well, it is a concern, because crossbows do scale with strength, but it's not that huge of a concern. Don't just sidestep my shots. How am I supposed to kill you? And if I get rid of all of them and then start peppering that thing a little bit from range, I should have a better, much better shot. Alright, that's everything. Back to the Sun Princess ring. Crossbow's loaded. Stuff is out. Alright. Speed. Speed! The first souls. Nope. Alright. Trying to find some shore so I don't just die standing in this. Alright, so proof of pact. Maybe. Mayhaps. They are spells. I kind of thought they were. Summon forth a legion of archers. Miracle written as a proof of a pact between the ruined knights and the desperate clerics. Summon forth a legion of archers. $40. 750 cost. I mean, all the power to you if you can actually cast that. Proof of a pact. Summon forth a ghostly net. Oh, that's going to be Leto, ain't it? Miracle written as a proof of a pact between the beguiled knight and the desperate clerics. Summon forth a ghostly knight to crush nearby foes. Yep, that's got to be Leto. Alright, I'm going to need... Yeah. Oh, hello there. I know. Oh, almost. I almost.
And so, despite his weighty armor, he lived in fear of a delicate thing, little more than a girl, where fire resideth, shadows twist and shrivel, but in the abyss there are shadows none. Fear not the dark, my friend, and let the feast begin. And so, she lived in fear of the dark, of the things that gnawed at her flesh, and yet the abyss hath yet to produce any such creature. Fear not the dark, my friend, and let the feast begin.
Yeah, everything that the dark has been twisted into is a result of the fire, not the dark itself. But because you view the fire as the norm, you don't realize this. The abyss is the true identity of the dark, but constant exposure to the fire has turned the abyss into the deep, with a capital D. Oh boy. Why don't I get the level? Oh. Yeah, how that boss fight worked with Estrella was walk in, be elevated, you'd have to walk down a path to him, but the path was narrow and fenced, by the way, you couldn't fall off of it. But it was narrow and fenced. Scarl Vinland would stand in the way. Quite literally, you'd have to fight him in order to get past.
I shall partake.
Oh, I'm gonna go back down the stairs. But besides that narrow path, there is also some scaffolding you could get on and snipe Estrella from if you wanted to. Or fall down from precarious platform to precarious platform until you got into the swamp at the bottom. You know, bypassing Garl Vinland entirely. But as soon as you touch the swamp, some you know, unborn infants would rise from the swamp to claw at you. Like, infinitely, as long as you're in the dirty water.
I shall partake.
Yeah. If you talk to her, she just asks you to leave. She wouldn't fight you at all. She just kind of sits there praying, hoping you go away. There's no hostility whatsoever. Leland and the others are the only ones who actually fight to protect her. And if you kill Leland, well... she loses her will to live. Because if you want your precious demon souls, then take it. And then she kills herself. Hence the saying, either you die a hero, or live long enough to see yourself become a villain. Happy demon souls. Here we are. Straight sword wielded by the ringed knights, the arms of early men were forged in the abyss and betray a smidgen of life. For this reason, the gods cast a seal of fire upon these swords and those who possess them. So I was saying, that the gods fear the dark. The dark doth nothing to them, but be persecuted. Yeah, it's a cool sword. Oh, actually, it lingers for a bit. I might try. How is it? Is it balanced or is it deck? Seems like it's a strength leaning, since 18 strength, 16 dex. But they're both D, so it's hard to tell. I both simultaneously thought this sword is cool, while also acknowledging that it's just a way better long sword, and I'm peeved by that, because, as I said, I spent so much time playing 2. I got to know how relatively balanced it was, and then we just took a huge fucking leap backwards for 3. We'll find out if I start doing some infusions or strengthening, because that's when the discrepancies should pop up if there's any significant amount. Wait a minute. Just realized something else I could do. What was it called? Right. Ring Knight Straight Sword. We are safe here. Since I have the wiki bookmarked, I can just look this up. Also, Battle Scythe weapon type, which I haven't used yet. I think I have one. Not sure what to expect out of those. Oh, it's like 20% more strength scaling than Dex. This is a strength weapon. But, like, barely a strength weapon, seems like. Or guess. Yeah. And it seems like this battle staff I randomly clicked on, though, was a dex weapon. So I got the quarter staff, then that is... Oh, that's perfectly balanced. I may have the... So I'm on a bonfire. I'll have to check if I have any kind of battle staves in there, because I still haven't tried them out. Oh right, that was a weapon. Pictures right. Yeah, here we are. Oh, it. Catalyst and a whacking stick. Desiccated right hand of a white-faced locust that rose from an abyssal swamp. Can cast sorceries. Okay, it already has blunt infusion on it. How's the winged knight? This also might be a strength spear. Back spear wielded by the winged knights. The arms of early men were forged in the abyss and betray a smidgen of life. And the rest is the same. Nah, I don't think I ever did. Ah, cool. 90 fire damage for 20 seconds. Wait, what? Those all just weapon art chains. Alright, that's, Julio. Okay, so it's 2 strong attacks after the weapon art. Doesn't have any light attacks. Nope. At least not immediately. Nope, I don't think it does. I don't think there's any light chains on it. Yeah, ring seems pretty good. Salutations. Oh boy. Oh, and there's the ring knights over there. How am I gonna do this? I should probably make use of a lock-on for a bit. Oh right, Purging Stones. Purging Stones reduce curse. Yeah, I'm playing with the Champions Covenant though in Cinders, because how they redid Covenants, I think the Allstone shop is actually pretty amazing. Well, I got that from beating Udex Gundyr. That books. Blessing of the Udex whom awaited the arrival of Ash shall be granted to chosen Ash if it accepts such an offering. You move 20% faster whilst this weapon is held in the right hand. It has a skill Quick Step. It's a quality scaling weapon, but I gave it a strength blunt infusion, so now it has an S scaling in strength. And this, at least for AI, it stun locks them. Just R1s. And then we have L1s. And the kick gets replaced with fucking Udex Gundyr's freaking roundhouse. And it actually sends smaller enemies flying. I wonder if it works on these. Wait, over here. Cool now? Ow. I missed the timing. Yeah, with this that I got from Udex Gundyr and the Beast Talons, I have fallen in love with how fists work. And I'm hoping battle staves behave a bit similarly. There's two issues with the claws. One, very short reach, so it's hardest for it to fight multiple enemies with it. The other is that the L1s, while the most damage-efficient move I've got, they leave me very vulnerable to attack. It takes a long time. I can pretty quickly dodge out of an attack after this, because each punch is pretty short, and I can just immediately get after each one, but, like, claws... I am locked into it every 2 swipes. And since it gives me a stacking damage buff for each hit inflicted, I am heavily incentivized to just keep wailing on them. So I tend to get hit with that stuff equipped. These guys dead or what? Dead, it seems. Because they're sometimes hostile. I mean, there's 2 reasons I'd kill a non-hostile. Either they are sometimes hostile, and therefore it's for insurance. They're going to be hostile, and they just haven't shown the true colors yet, because I've been through this era before and know they're going to turn hostile. Or I'm just farming items, and I'm past the point of showing mercy to hollows. Oh yeah, especially like to the praying hollows back on the high wall. I didn't touch them at all the first few times I went through. But eventually I just stopped giving a fuck. If I gotta farm souls or items, I'm just gonna kill them en masse. Yeah, like that. Kick is so nice. So a similar principle with the babies. Run away. Alright, sometimes they attack me, so I'm simply gonna... That's actually a lot of stuff I need to take care of. Oh boy. Like that. That's what Cinders kick does. See, like, do you have any kind of kick that does that? That's just fucking amazing. It doesn't do that to players, though. It's just the standard stagger on players. But to smaller sized enemies, it is fantastic. Alright. One. Do that. Two. This. And three. We're going to wait for an opportunity to hit him with an L2. Take it. Yeah, it does. I think it does like at least 20% more stamina damage than normal kick, too. Like, it's a really fucking good kick. But as you can see on any kind of humanoid and large size AI, just a regular kick damage. Can't dodge forever, man. I hear you. Alright, Katana Koto. An ill-rumored katana mentioned folklore. It is said to have been imbued with a deadly curse. This is from Demon Souls, isn't it? There are a few legendary katanas in that game, and blade seems really real familiar. Looks like it got the Black Blade moveset, which is cool. That was a good moveset, or rather, unique-ish moveset, but it had such a short blade. So what's spoken of in legends? How many items are over there? Because I can remember... I'm kind of torn on my memory on this one. Either there's some items that if I kill them all I can find, or there's actually nothing and they just want me to think that there's an item there and go through the hassle of killing them all. I am torn on which way they went. Hi. Get nothing. Hello there. Just in case. And hit.
I shall partake.
It's like, I'm just not sure. Why not? Got the crossbow out. Gosh, lunge on that. Oh, there is an item. Yeah, you do get souls. It's rubbish. Of fucking course. Who says you get rewarded for killing enemies? Alright, I think that's everything around here in the swamp. It's all I remember. Which leaves only two places left to go. There's over this dead end, and then there was the church roof over yonder. I didn't fully connect my map, though. My mental map. We got close to where we started, but we didn't go all the way there, so I think what I'll do is Dash Master. I'm also looking for Purging Stone, right? Reduces curse buildup. There we go. Oh, I didn't want to wait for it to go back down. Yeah, sprinting now. Yeah, alright. Mental map is completed. Oh, he sees where he hears, because, you know. Oh, it's just a... Actually, claws or... Oh, I have to sort out. 29, 150. Alright. Claws are down. How are these claws going? I'm saying the claws are like great damage. They do leave me vulnerable. Like I can barely dodge in time out of those, if at all. I got the armor set. Yep, just about all the armor and weapon drops have been like that. You kill an enemy, you get guaranteed drop. So if you want the armor set, just gotta find the right enemy. It's has been set to drop it. Now then, what does Dragon Slayer give me, and how heavy is it? Reduce skill FP consumption. Stark melted iron body armor of the ancient Dragon Slayer armor. The armor, defeated by the champion of Ash and Lothric, was left ages to rust until it slipped into an abyssal swamp, where it was possessed once again by the memory of the hunt. So yeah, just in case needed actual confirmation, this is indeed the far-flung future, because bonfires are not just connected over distance, but also time. Oh, right, there's two that way. Oh, I actually knocked them down too. Oh, just let down your guard, mate. Alright, looks like I'm gonna have to get those piecemeal from those knights. Yeah, this is with the Champion of Ash Covenant on, by the way, which toughness by 30% as well as strength, but I get 10% more souls. And the chance for Awestone drops, of which I haven't gotten much of any recently. I have 7. I think I only got like 1 since putting this on. Or 2 maybe. Not much really. There's an Awestone. Alright, let's get you over here. It's probably gonna deal with... yeah. Yeah, that 465 just didn't want to use a throwing knife. Okay, well, we weren't hit box. There's your hood. We're not fighting bugs anymore, so... now I'm just about to shoot you off. Okay, gauntlets. Leggings. Alright, I think that's all 4. Where? Ah, it's like a medium heavy set. Boost damage against abyssal enemies. These knights don abyss-tainted black cloth with layer upon layer hiding their eyes. This was nothing less than an attempt to reveal that which the Seal of Fire has occluded, a subtle defiance of the god's wishes. Look at that freaking squelching. Oh, goddamn baby. Anywho. Is Malformed black armor of the Ring Knights. The armor of early men was forged in the abyss and betrays a smidgen of life for this same thing as the weapons. Only the headdress is different. Hi, me dear. I don't have wave, do I? Alright, you sleep well. Wait, really, it's 20... 2 hours went by pretty quick. Alright, I'll find the next bonfire. Stopping point, call it here. We won't miss much. At least shouldn't. Oh, right, I have to sprint through. Maybe I'll get a shortcut and call it. And I can drop down the swamp that way. I could try sniping, my dear. I could. You have the whole sniper's crossbow. Show your humanity. Oh, I kind of vaguely recall that. Oh, oh. Oh, that was vague but cool. What they do there. Do I have a white birch? I have a white birch. Alright. I think it was out here. Nope. Alright, I'm gonna have to go probably way deep into the swamp. Or, certain spot I have to get though. Yeah, shut up. I know you're there. Hi. Just gonna not fight on a path by a cliffside. Gonna take more than a back step. To evade my claws. Is there a second one here, though? I feel like there's some other hazard I had to be careful of. Oh, alright. Dragon had great shield. This is one of the shields that they use. There's the smaller one too, but this is the larger one. I can't use it. My faith is not high enough. Alright, how am I gonna do this? Alright, so I think maybe here. Not really. Well, one thing I am curious about, though, is if... No? Alright. Alright, let's swap that out, though, for... Alright, I have some more guesses, but not a lot. I think there was... I guess it was over here. Up. Alright, what if I do it in Noble Swamp then? Let's say around where I fought the giant. There we are. Like a chihuahua. Yeah, this is gonna be an ordeal in of itself. Hey, got access to it. Okay, what's it? I now have a spear I can use, and it needs twinkling, and the sword needs twinkling too. That's actually pretty great. Now that's max upgrade. That's max upgrade, and that's definitely a dex weapon. My shield, please. I'd like to have that maxed out. Alright, put away the stuff I can't use. And then put away the stuff I both can't and won't use. I don't think I need the boom hammer anymore. Actually, how is the wooden shield? 96 magic absorption, 78 fire, 72 lightning, 66 dark with 63 stability, which would be 68 if not for the infusion. Meanwhile, Lorian's is better lightning and fire and dark, but worse magic. Alright. We can infuse Knight Sword. Could be double B if I wanted to. This would be a lot better if it was a blunt. I think they removed Chaos Infusion. Cool. Is scaling? That's worth it. Then for here, another blunt, another bit of S scaling. We have a locust arm. Strength weapon, so I'll give it a go. Okay, some diagonals. Some horizontals and vertical. Some hories. More horizontals and a vertical, alright. Okay. Not really my speed, but it is technically suitable for my build. Actually, how would I say this compared to... Oh, those straight swords are definitely heavy. That's like about 40 more in scaling, but like 10 less on base. I mean, yeah, I think the Silver Knight straight sword was like a dex-ish weapon before I infused it, so it makes sense. Well, it'll take some tinkering around to find the best weight ratio for these, because these are definitely some heavy arms compared to what I normally use. I don't know if it was an actual arm. So I'm not going to use it. Slow. Drake Blood, I really haven't been using it, but I keep it in here for posterity's sake, don't I? I'll stow it. What? What? What was that? What is this? A gilded shield crafted with exquisite design, strongly enchanted with magic, protecting its wielder from magical attacks. It's the weapon of legendary hero who used the shield with its paired rune sword. That's a description of Ostarva's rune set. Or rather a shield, but like what? Yeah, this, rune lock. A? Something like that. Actually, I should try that out. I probably won't get any kind of magical explosion out of it, but I'll try it. And staves. Quarter staff, Gorgon long staff, witch tree limb, War staff, staff of serpents. Same moveset as Valor Heart, for sure. dex weapon. That's strength. Move a witch tree, crude but effective. Limb sweep. Sweep foes in large spinning motion. Utilize momentum transition overhead. Strong attack. Smash. Wind wheel. Alright. So there are some strength ones. Mostly dex though. Alright, not at all how I imagine a quarterstaff to be, but that seems like splits leaf. Okay. Expecting some smaller, more nimble weapons, not not these. Oh, answers my question on what those like. Can't put that away. Alright, it seems like that's something that's needed for other stuff. That. Good night.